button didn't move fast enough. Oh well, hello. Hi everyone, welcome along to the Game Emporium where we have gathered. Oh, that's doing noises, but good, the audio works. Hello, we're back in a new phase, sort of.
A new phase?
We are the people formerly known as Eat, Crit, Survive. My name is Luke, that is Laura.
Hey.
And we are now the Game Emporium, as I announced on our Instagram page earlier this week, in fact, over the weekend. Because we wanted to change things
Should
a
have
little
done a
bit.
Twitch review.
We should have done a lot
A
of things.
little like 5-minute thing.
We should, well, a little video.
Yeah, a little video. We'll put it on YouTube. Just a little.
We still
To be
can.
fair, we could do that.
We still could.
No, to be fair, we did that in our last. No. This
What?
is the first time we've done it.
This is the first time since we've changed our names, yes.
Oh, well, this could be the good introduction.
Hello, and welcome to the Game Emporium. My name's Luke, that is Laura, and we have changed things up on Eat, Crit, and Survive in that we've decided that when we started the channel, or when I started the channel way back when, like 5 years ago now, when we were doing it back in Connor's garage and playing D&D there.
Back in the old days.
Back in the old days before the world did things. We started up as Eat, Crit, and Survive because we were just doing our D&D games, and we are still doing that. So we're keeping Eat, Crit, and Survive as the show name, for a lack of a better term. But it's going to be our D&D story continuation. And we are just going to, overall, we thought because we're doing more board game stuff, particularly on Twitch, we thought we would...
Need a more board game appropriate name.
Yes.
Which will probably be more of our overarching thing. So you could probably think the Game Emporium, then Eat, Crit, Survive is like a branch off of that.
Yes, and so things like Top of the Box, which will fall under the umbrella of things we're doing on the channel. We're probably going to come up with some other ideas at some point, but for now we're just sort of trying stuff out.
We don't have time for more ideas.
More content.
Please. We barely have time to play games.
We do, it's a thing. So we changed it to the Game Emporium, and the reason why it's Imporium rather than Emporium is because, as some of you know, my name is Mr. Imp on chat. Beyond Death got the notification trying to figure out who it was. I'm sorry, Beyond Death. It's us. We changed our name. I'm sorry.
We like to keep you on your toes.
But thanks for coming along, Beyond Death. It is good to see you. So yeah, we are. Yeah, I'm just Mr. Imp in some circle of Twitch. So.
Mr. Imp, it's a pun, guys. It's a punny pun.
It's a punny pun, Amy.
Did you guys know you spelled it wrong? Oh, wait, were you supposed to do that? It's like, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you read the post.
Yeah.
Read the show notes.
Read the notes. You would understand there's a reason we have changed our name. But yes, we hope you like the new name change. And we hope you like... nothing else is going to change. I mean, our logo have a change. Luke's intro have a change. Someone please keep a tally of the amount of times he does say Eat, Crit, Survive, not on the D&D channel. You'll still find that the Game Emporium will house... Oh, is Game Emporium the YouTube one and Eat, Crit's going to be on that?
Yes, the Game Emporium... So, because we didn't want to get rid of and start a whole new YouTube channel, or I didn't, because that felt like a lot of work. What we've basically got is we've got all of our archived stuff is on there. It's still going to be titled as Eat, Crit, and Survive Plays a Board Game and Eat, Crit, and Survive as the overall channel. But we're going to start like a new playlist, which is the Game Emporium games.
Yeah, Eat, Crit, Survive Plays a Board Game. That's a name and a half, really.
That was 89 episodes worth of us playing board games.
Oh, the Eat, Crit, and Survive Play a Board Game. To be fair, it does actually roll off the tongue quite... It does roll off the tongue.
It's got some nice energy behind it.
If you try and fit in that on some merchandise, it's not... I mean, if we ever got to merchandise levels, that'd be nuts. But imagine like a mug with Eat, Crit, and Survive Plays a Board. It's a bit like...
It's a bit wordy.
Plus, we're not just board gamers. Like, we like RPGs, and we're hoping to try some new ones at some point. But then also, even though we never really do it, we do like video games as well. And like, if that's something we ever got into, but we're just gamers, we're all-round gamers, and we virtual board game as well a lot. So this is the second time we've streamed a physical game. No,
third or fourth.
Yeah,
We've done a few.
that we streamed a physical game. We've recorded ourselves playing physical games a few times.
Did Manus Group, our friendly little
yeah,
store.
Manus Group done a few.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah, back in the day. But now that we've got like a better setup here, we can do it where there's not people playing Magic in the background.
Or any other flesh
or
and
anything
blood.
else, and just causing like a lot of noise. So no, we will play lots of different things, and that's what we wanted to cover with the Game Imporium.
That's a very good point, Beyond. What is time, really?
What is time? But a figment that the universe created.
Yeah.
No, wait, the universe didn't create time. We just gave it a name.
Chronos. Anyway, so that is what's happening here. If you want to check out some of our old stuff, it is going to be available on our YouTube channel, which has had the nice name update as well. And say
logo pending.
Logo is pending as soon as our graphic designer has got married and moved house and has time. Which again, what is time? So we will get that updated at some point, I'm sure.
Timey-wimey.
Yes, Doctor. So we will get that done at some point. But for now, please enjoy my attempt. It's down here actually. Enjoy my attempt at making the logo, which is just taking the old logo and writing the Game Imporium on it. Which, to be fair, at that size, it doesn't. It's okay. It's fine.
It still looks very. It's not too confusing because it's still got the shape of the shield. Which, to be fair, if we're having a nice transition, we're easing people into the fact that change is going to happen.
Yeah.
Some people don't like change, and that's fine. I don't
Beyond
either.
That says no. Beyond That says probably better than I could do. Well, that's very kind of you to say. So even though it could, I could have done better on it, but I also probably couldn't.
Don't have time. In all honesty, the fact that it's changing.
No, it's not time. It's capability.
It's the fact that it's changing, so you don't want to have spend hours on something that we're not going to have for a long time. If you were actually creating a logo, then it would make sense for you to put the hours in.
I do not have any. My creative restriction is limited to wordsmithery.
Yeah, you're right. You're not a drawer. But then I'm the same. I'm better at writing. I can't draw for toffee.
Laura can't draw. No, sorry, that is a throwback to a thing. Sorry, that is a. Have you not seen the Harry Potter musical? But Scarlet Kids did, or who it was?
No.
A very Potter musical.
No, but you know who did?
Maybe.
Of course she did. Honestly, that girl probably sung the songs for a good month and a half, and I think she tried to make me watch it, but I was just like, I don't think I'd even read the books at that point.
That's fair.
And
I remember watching it at university because a girl I fancied liked it.
Sounds about right.
Because, classic.
Sounds about right.
These are the things you do.
Yes, we do.
For teenage hormones. Let's be fair. What are we doing today? We are playing a board game, and we are playing Red Rising, as Laura pats the box aggressively.
Shake box aggressively!
No, we're not playing Shake That City. We might do that one day.
What's Shake That City?
It's a...
Do I actually get to shake something?
Yeah, kind of. You get to roll meeples.
You can't shake them.
Actually, no, Shake That City. Yeah, that nearly went poorly. Shake That City is a game by AEG which has a little cube shaker, and you shake it around, you put it down, you push a button, and then it just drops it out in a 3x3 grid of cubes. You do it like a little tile placement.
Is it like Boggle? But
no.
not like Boggle, but the fact that you could just...
Yes, there is a little cube. I'll show you later. There's a little cube shaker. I've got
Do
it.
you have one?
We don't have it yet, but we will get it when my next AEG thing happens. I'll ask her then.
The satisfaction of getting a Boggle dome, just actually going to town on those letters.
You want to play Boggle?
We don't have it, otherwise I would suggest
that'd be a headphone warning and a half, wouldn't it? Yeah, Boggle. Anyway, so we are playing Red Rising, but we also have to help the people who help make everything we do here possible, and that is Game Tea, the providers of game adjacent gear and goods. They do some stuff.
Oh no! Is it gonna drop here?
It's okay.
Oh.
GameTea.co.uk/eatcrits5. We haven't changed that bit yet because I need to ask them to do that. But we get some more from
Please bear with us. We are
moving across.
Yeah.
But yeah, Game Tea. They provide one things like candles, artwork, T-shirts. That's Paladin's Prayer.
Paladin's Prayer. If you'd like a review on my candles, we do a monthly, well, it's kind of bi-weekly, whenever I feel like it, Candle Corner.
Yeah, we need to update them with some of the older ones because I think we've forgotten about them.
What we need to do is actually light it, and then, like an hour beforehand, walk into the room, I will get an immediate sense and hit of like, boom, and then I'll actually be able to give you a review of how the candle smells. Because at this point in time, I pop it open like the paint with like the candle spoon, because it's basically like a paint lid, and then I just sit here and probably just deep smell, like heavy, like palette, and then I'll tell you what it smells like. And then I recommend for what room it'd be going in. We have a few for the bathroom, a couple for the bedroom, and then I kind of try and describe and see if it matches like the description. Like this one's got restorative aloe essences and evergreen boughs. Boughs. I wouldn't know what any of that is. So what we need to do is
we are wonderful
we need to
advertisers.
pop it open, light it.
Pop it, light it, polka dot it.
Pop it, like it, polka dot it, and then I will be able to give you an actual review of what they smell like.
I feel like I need to record a series of adverts of you wandering into a room and smelling a Game candle in, and then just input them in somehow.
We're just like, it's just like bing, and it will just be my initial, like I did with the drumstick squash.
Yes.
Yeah, you need my like initial reaction, and we'll just clip it in, so it looks like an ad. But it's actually me.
If it's on here, I'll be able to put it in so it doesn't feel like an ad. Just like
we'll have background music of me just walking into a room, and my initial reaction smells like bowels. Like, what does a bowel smell like?
And then it just turns into a perfume advert. Paladin's Prayer by Game
And my hair's blowing in the wind.
And it just cuts to a wide shot of me just holding a fan going.
Yeah.
It'd just be a terrible ad, but it'd be quite funny.
Anyway, they sell candles.
If you have any interest in that, let us know. But yeah, Game does one thing like candles, t-shirts, artwork, all sorts of wonderful stuff. Dice, games, and gaming accessories. That's probably why I won't change the link on it, because it's related to it's more D&D focused.
It is more D&D. It's the candles are D&D themed. Some of them not so much. Some of them are salted ice cream, but they are more a D&D sort of thing. But they've got so much on there. They've got ridiculous amounts of money. So even if you don't like D&D, it's still got.
They got some cool.
Plenty.
They got some really cool liquid core dice that when they sit upright, the eyes spin.
When they stop, the inside still moves.
They had one at UKGE which had a Pikachu inside it, and it just went. I sent you a picture of it.
Oh, you big chubby face. You big chubby face just staring out at you when you stop rolling it. It goes,
just Pika!
He's so chubby. And I think that's exactly what I wrote. I was like, he's so chubby.
This is kind of the proof of concept that we changed the name. We are exactly the same, and you know what?
I didn't get the memo that I needed to change along with the rebrand. No. Sorry.
But anyway,
apologies.
That is Game who we love very, very much. We are playing Red Rising, and we will cut across to
the game table.
The right
button. No.
There it is.
Wow. I should be on Wheel of Fortune with these hands. Look at these letters over here. Let me turn it.
Yeah, I need to do something about that filter. I don't know why it's slightly red.
Oh, it's red, isn't it?
It is slightly red.
I look
for
like
some
I've got
reason.
sunburn.
Ignore the slightly reddishness. I'm not sure what it is. I don't know if it's because the camera's trying to counterbalance the green.
Maybe.
But I don't know. Anyway, this is Red Rising by Stonemaier Games. It is based on the book series by, I always forget the guy's name, so forgive me for this.
No.
By Pierce Brown, because I've never read the books.
Oh, okay, based on novels by Pierce Brown.
And set in the world of the same novels, the Red Rising, where everyone is put into a different caste system based on colour, and you have to work your way. People working their way up.
Race.
Yes, based on the colour of their rank is the specific thing.
Like, I'm pretty sure you don't get purple people. So
no, that is true. But they are given a rank, and that is their
job role. It's their job role. It's like the colour of the job role. Like the NHS is blue.
Yes.
And firemen are the yellow and red. didn't work. Sorry, guys. Carry on.
Okay. So we are going to be playing Red Rising. We're going to play a couple of hands of this because it's going to go pretty quickly.
It goes pretty quickly when you sit with a guy who pretty much just absolutely spams the Institute or the rocket. And the rockets. Yes, you know what you do.
I win.
You know what you do.
I win, that's what I do.
So yeah, he just spams it whilst there's me trying to collect not all the cards, but get like a really good like point system in hand, and he's just there like, I finished, and I'm like, my rocket's barely moved, I've got one in the Institute, I've got about 1 billion cards in my hand, and it's like, where are the shinies here? Always forget about the shinies.
Yeah, we never really do the helium. But anyway, what we are going to be doing on our turns, we're going to be trying to get ourselves into a position where we are triggering the end game effect. We're getting points. Part of that is going to be by getting cards in hand. Beyond the playthroughs of this, the game's pretty fast. I have it, but have not played it. Well, I recommend giving it a go. It's pretty interesting. Hopefully this will...
is this on anything? Can they play this on anything?
It is on Tabletopia, yes. It is on Tabletopia.
Then you can give it a go. I don't know, is there solo mode?
There is a solo mode.
There's a solo mode!
There's Stonemaier, there is solo mode. But anyway, we start our game with 5 cards in hand, and they each have, well, each one of these cards as an example, they each have a colour, which is what they belong to, their job role, a core cost, or core score that they get with them, a name, what they do.
Name, because we like characters.
A deploy ability, which they may have here, or a certain special ability that they may have here, depending on the symbol that is on the card. And then they will have bonus points that will be scored for them, depending on the certain end-game conditions. So some of these cards will have things like a deploy ability, some will have an end-game ability, some will have just an immediate ability that just happens as a one-off. That sort of thing. So what we're going to be doing on our turns is we are going to be trying to get ourselves in as good a position on the 3 different areas that we can, which are the fleet track here, the Institute here, which is a sort of area control thing, and capturing helium, which we will just sort of gather and store as shiny crystals. As we are playing our turn, we're going to be doing one of 2 different actions. We are either going to lead, in which case we will deploy a card from our hand and place it into one of the 4 different regions here, which are Jupiter, Mars, Luna, and the Institute. When we do that, we will trigger the deploy ability of our card, and then we will do either take a card from one of the other 3 regions, so that's into the Institute. I would then take a card away from either Jupiter, Mars, or Luna, and then trigger the ability on top. Get to that in a second. Or I could take the top card from the deck and then roll this die, which will give me one of the abilities at random, including possibly the one that I deployed to. So that's incentive. If I were to take back from Jupiter, that advances me 1 step up the fleet track. This fleet track is worth a lot of points, so it's kind of useful to do that. If I were to come back from Mars, I will gain a helium crystal. If I were to go to Luna, I will gain this Sovereign token. And the Sovereign token will be important when we have got our special abilities. And the Institute allows us to place one of our cubes. I'm playing in green, Laura's playing as red.
Classic.
Because that's...
Nothing changes. Apart from our logo.
The only time we change this is if it's really colourblind unfriendly, and then I might turn to blue.
No, but the only time it does change is when because Luke pays for Board Game Arena, we don't always he gets his green, but because I don't, I could be any colour going.
That's true.
So sometimes me and Dom swap, and then it gets very confusing.
But anyway, so there's a nice black background here, so we will just put a cube into the Institute. And this is a sort of now majority for scoring at the end of the game. You will score points depending on who has got the majorities at different tiers. So if you have the most, you will score, I believe it is 4 points per cube that you have in there.
Yes.
If you are
4,
second,
then 2, then 1. But
yes.
because it on 2-player game, I'm guessing you only get 1.
No, because we do have a...
Oh, we've got our third.
We have a dummy
our
third
AI.
player. We have our AI who has... Well, they're just there for area control purposes. For a 2-player game, we also have these 3 cubes of a neutral colour. But they're just there to incentivise people to go there. Because otherwise, if you go in there and... If I went heavy in there, and you only put 1 in, it wouldn't be worth it. But you kind of want to put at least 3 in to tie.
Yes.
So you
Otherwise,
get more
you'll
points.
just get 1 point. Which, in all honesty, is not the best.
It's not ideal. The other option we have, the other action we have, is to scout, in which case we reveal the top card from the deck and then we place it in any location. Specifically place, not deploy. When we place it, we're just going to pop it down and then we're going to activate the ability wherever we end up. We do not trigger any deploy abilities that we have on our cards. And that's pretty much it. We go until one of two things happens. Either all three of each goal has been met.
Over us two.
So, sorry, I should specify. The goal is to try and get these three things, so helium, the Institute, and the fleet track up to 7. If all
that's not the goal, that's
one of the end game triggers. Yeah, sure, it's one of the end game triggers. Is getting our position into 7. So we either have 7 helium, we have 7 on the fleet track, or we have 7 in the Institute. In a 2-player game, it's slightly different because the scoring condition is actually basically the same. Because what will happen is it will be either when someone gets 2 of those things, so let's say 7 in the fleet track and 7 helium, or when all 3 goals have been met by the players at the table. But because there is just 2 of us, there is always going to be one of us will have 2 of them. So it's just going to trigger that way. And
that's just the way of the world.
The other thing that we have is we do have our own special power, which is related to whenever we take this sovereign token. So we are going to give that.
Shiny and gold.
Yes, we are playing. We do have the standard deck. I know there is still the deluxe option is out there that comes with things that are like metal ships and stuff.
That's fine. You don't need
it.
a deluxe copy of everything.
You do not.
No.
Alright, so we have these different ones which have all got their own special power on them. I'm going to pick one at random for you.
Oh, how sad.
And I get this one. So that gives us our colour. So you get
You know what? I actually wanted this one.
Yeah?
Yeah, I was reading them all and I was like, you know what? This sounds interesting.
So we do have our own. Normally you would take the cube colours that are relative to the colour that you're playing at. But because it's just easier for us, and we're going to play multiple games.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's fine.
The colour of your person doesn't actually matter.
No, it doesn't.
It's more actually what is on the card. That makes sense as long as you know how to keep track of it.
Indeed. So I am playing as Apollo.
No.
So I get.
Sorry, headphone warning.
The Apollo faction gets the first and the last turn.
I hate when you have this one.
Whenever I gain the sovereign token, even if I already have it, I reveal and place, not deploy, the top card from the deck in any location. Which is not the strongest of abilities, to be honest, because I don't gain any bonus from doing it. It's just like it gets things in the way.
First, and you end last.
Yes,
you basically get an extra turn.
Yes, because normally what will happen is it will sort of go back and forth, and then it'll be when the end game trigger is done, we get an even number of turns. Unless your Apollo is in play, then that player gets a final turn.
Which I think is
potentially quite strong.
I think it's the strongest one in the game because basically the rest of them are all. When you gain a sovereign token, you basically gain either one in the Institute, one up the rocket, or one in helium, pretty much. Or you get to roll the die and you get the one thing on there. These two bonus. Are the only two that have completely different. Obviously, it's when you gain the sovereign token, but this is like So mine is I begin the game with an extra card. Whenever I gain the sovereign token, even if I have it already, I get to banish any one card from a location of my choice, and then at the end of the game, I then have to banish what essentially is my extra card, which it makes it very different to what is usually take a helium tick.
Gain a thing.
Gain a thing. And then yours is just completely out there.
Gain a bonus turn.
Gain a bonus turn, I have learned, is a very powerful thing.
Pretty strong.
Especially when you're playing. Mm-hmm. So we'll see how this goes. Mm. But
there are ways of gaining more cards into your hand, which is always useful. You start with 5.
I start with 6.
You start with 6 cards. But you'll end with 5 cards, or you'll discard an extra card. And what will happen is, if we gain more cards, it's it's pretty beneficial to us because obviously they'll get
more.
more.
Shuffling, I'm looking at them.
In your hand. You'll gain more core cards, which is always pretty useful. However, every card you have over 7 will cost you 10 points.
Don't hoard.
You don't want to hoard too many cards. But obviously having fewer cards is an issue. So let's have a look at what I have here.
I mean, obviously, unfortunately, we can't show you because we have to keep them secret. But we will read them out as we play.
Yes.
And go through things. It's just like, oh boy, okay. I do get a bit of analysis paralysis with this one because
get analysis paralysis on any game. It's not specific to this.
I'm getting better.
You are, yes.
But this one, it's like every card is
good in some way.
Forget about the points in the corner. Every card has its own pretty strong power. Like, okay, you do get some.
There's some dumb points.
You do get some really dumb points. Like you get ridiculously high points. The one thing this also doesn't have is a score tracker, but that's where
the score pad.
You have the score pad.
But I mean, on some of our previous games, we've scored like 300 points, so a score tracker would be a bit redundant.
Yeah, no, it is fair. But what you think is a really high-scoring card, actually, the bonus isn't that great. But then when you get a low-scoring card, the bonus like completely makes up for it. So I wouldn't say that there's any one card that you'd want to get. It's just playing tactically what is on the board and what is in your hand. So
yeah, that tells.
Oh yeah, Tills is underneath. So if you hear a ting, a cough, you'll probably hear her going to have a drink, and it sounds like she's drinking the entire ocean. Don't be alarmed. That is just our small flute.
Here's our small flute, who is incredibly sweet. All right, I'm going to start things off. Yeah, the cards are pretty balanced beyond it because they're either going to have, but generally they add up to about between 30 and 40 points, depending on how you play them. So they do keep things going. I'm going to start things off by playing Quietus, which is a blue pilot. I'm going to deploy it to the Institute by leading. The deployability is, if I deploy this card to the Institute, I advance 1 on the fleet track, so I will do that. The fleet track is this track over here, remember. It would have been it's worth 16 points if I have the most influence on the Institute or tied for most in the game. And I am going to pick up a card. So I'm going to pick up. I'm going to pick up this Grav Boot Cobbler, who is an orange engineer. It's worth 16 points. The orange cards are pretty cool because they have an ability which says that they can be treated as having the same name as any other specific character, which for some cards, like this guy here, this Obsidian Assassin, his ability is he scores more points if he is with a specific character name. So there is benefit in getting oranges because they can be counted once for something else. That is my turn, and because I took away from Jupiter, I go another one up the fleet track.
What should you do?
And that is my turn. Run.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll get a couple of games in of this today, because apart from anything else, it's on Laura's 10 by 10.
You say we have a couple of games. Watch me eke this out, because I don't know what I'm doing.
Watch me eat.
I do know what I'm doing.
Watch me play twat.
Yes, let's not promise the people what I can't promise.
Deliver.
Well, they can't do thank you. Don't give the people...
Give the people what they want.
Don't do it. They'll just want more of it. Okay. Let's have a look, see who's here.
Oh, by the way, this little moon is just the first player token. It doesn't do anything. It's just there.
It's just cute. Interesting. Okay.
Some of the gold cards, like this one here, Cassius, which is in place, they are very strong because they are the top tier ones. It says that he's worth 25 points, but he also gets 40 if he is with Mustang and Darrow, but he loses 20 if he's only with Darrow and not Mustang. Which again, if you have
only with Mustang, then doesn't get
anything.
Whoa.
So it's pretty powerful. Good chunk of points.
I'm just going to see what this guy is. Hello, this guy.
I think technically you're allowed to do that, but...
Oh, I thought you were. You're allowed to look at what's...
Are you? I don't know. I know you can... It's usually set so you can see it. Double check the rules. I may be wrong.
The rules. I would have thought you are able to look underneath.
Maybe. I may be wrong. I often am. Do we can look whilst you decide?
You can do. You may always look through the cards on each location, but they must remain in the same order.
Oh, there you go then.
There you go. Yeah, because otherwise you can't really plan your turn if you don't know what they're doing.
That's true.
So, excuse me whilst I look at Alfram. Ah, he spins.
Spin. Alfram is making Nero or Joffrey.
Considering move on. Sure. I will play Seppi to the Institute, which is gain another obsidian from this location. And I will get Alfram! Sorry, assassin. I found you.
Huh? Now, usually when you gain an extra card like that, it will say something like, and end your turn. However, you still get to get your pickup action, which is pretty nice.
Yes. So, let us. Ooh. What do I need to get? And this is where I was going to do it. So then I can pick one from the top and place it. No.
You pick up a card and then you roll the dice. Is the other part
is.
of the lead and see what bonus you get from it.
Deploy. Okay, gain the top card from another location. Gain the top card from the deck and roll the rising die and gain the result from bonus. Yeah, so I can pick. Sure. Let's go crazy.
Blind.
Watch out!
And you get to roll.
Whee!
So you get to reveal the top card from the deck and place it not deployed at any location. You basically get to be in the tower. There's a lot of obsidian now.
That is a lot of obsidian.
I do like they've gone to quite painstaking to just say obsidian.
Yeah, but then
I like obsidian as a word. To be fair. Obsidian is a nice word.
Okay. Let's Sure. Why not?
Why not indeed?
Why not indeed?
That's it.
That's it.
You've now got 6 cards in hand, which is okay. Actually got 7 cards in hand. Can you start with a bonus card?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
I am going to play the CEO. I'm a silver financier, so I get to regress the fleet track by 1, and if I do, I gain 2 helium. I think helium is worth 3 points per helium crystal at the end of the game, off the top of my head.
Yes.
And then I get to pick up a card. I'll take Ragnar. And I will boop up the fleet track. That's me done.
So I'm going to go in and get and place Alpha on here. I may gain Nero or Joffo from this location. If I do, I regain Alpha and I end my turn.
Yes, so you gain a bonus card, but you do not gain the bonus of Mars.
Nope.
But you got a good combo potential, which is pretty useful. Let's see. Romulus. Alright. I am going to play Ragnar out. So Ragnar's ability is when I banish the top card of another location, if it is a gold or a grey, place one influence on the institute. So I'm going to banish Romulus. When a card is banished, it is just removed from the game. It will never come back. And there are some certain cards which
it will never come back. There are some cards which let you dig through.
That's true. It will most likely never come back. But I do gain an influence with the institute, so I'm now getting a little bit of everything. And then I will regain my CEO to gain myself another at the institute.
This game can go one of two ways. You're either very sparse on the ground with cards, or you're absolutely overrun.
You get loaded very quickly.
Absolutely overrun.
It is your turn, dear.
Oh, sorry. Can't do that. Excuse me.
You do get something from the swap token as well.
Yes, I get to banish a card.
From a location.
Ooh, banish.
Ooh, banish the game away. Every day.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to deploy my janitor. If deployed directly on top of a green, yellow or blue, move that card to the top of another location and advance once on the fleet track.
Nice. So you can move the firewall expert.
I'm going to drift.
Is the life on Mars?
Yes, move over to Mars. And then
Move up the fleet track.
I move up the fleet track. Whee! And then I will sure, I'll take the green. Can I take it? I can do that.
Yeah. It's a different location.
Sweet. And I get a Helia?
Yes.
Whee!
One helium.
There we go.
Sure.
There we go. You can see my play
go.
as well. Which is better. Can you get rid of these?
You can get rid of those, yeah. Stick them up here. Okay. Oh, hello, Tails. I'm looking against my leg. Good flip.
Shiny light.
Indeed. Let's see. What do I want to do? Thank you.
There goes the ocean. If you could hit them.
I will play the... Yeah, sure, okay. I'm going to play the CEO again. I'm going to put the CEO out on top of the janitor. And regress on the fleet track to gain 2 more helium. And then I will regain Ragnar, which bumps me back up the fleet track. Which is kind of nice.
Oh, jeez Louise.
Something coming through the post box. That's probably...
That honest to God made me jump. Oh!
I reckon.
Oh!
Yeah.
Is it a Domino's voucher?
No, it is Barney's birthday present.
Ah.
My nephew.
Oh, honest to God, the letterboxes make me just...
Excuse me, Tills.
Oh dear.
That's right. If we move to a house that's big enough, we can always get one of those American-style post boxes that just sits at the end of the drive.
Yeah, then I won't be scared.
Just put a Ring doorbell inside it, and it just yells at you when you open it up.
Okay. Right, I'm going to just... Oh dear. I am going to play the green, and I'm going to play them on... sure. I go into Mars. I can look at the top 3 cards of the deck, and I can place one of them face down at the top of each location. These cards are considered colourless while they are face down.
Very interesting.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. So you can still get them.
Yeah, it's just going to be a blind draw. And when it says on top of each location, I'm going to assume
it's
that
not on this one.
it's every because it says it's 3 cards on each location, so it probably just means the locations that you haven't already deployed onto. So it probably needs to be like other in there. Oh, that's ruined my turn slightly.
And then I get to.
Big one.
Should have paid attention to what I put down. That's fine. I kind of remember.
Some more ability you want.
Yeah.
Well, a little bit. Thinking that?
Nails. Watcha!
And Soften Token, which means you get to do.
Yeah, I
a
get to
banish.
roll my.
You get to banish a card.
Oh yeah, I just get to banish. I don't get to roll, don't I? I get to banish. I'm going to banish the ring because.
Okay.
Why not?
Alrighty. So, my turn. I'm going to deploy the nanny, the brown assistant. If deployed directly on top of a silver, white, or copper, they are on top of a silver. Move that card to the top of another location and gain helium. So I'm going to move the CEO over to Mars and gain helium. And then I will take the CEO back into hand, which lets me gain another helium. So I'm at 6 helium.
Of course you are. Okay.
Done. A helium heavy Shoshi, which is not necessarily the best thing to do at this exact moment, because helium is worth I think the helium is worth the least amount of points, unless you have cards which also benefit from having a ton of helium. So we shall see how that pans out.
I'm going to play the 3 stairs here. And she is, if you have the soften token, advance 1 on the fleet track.
Very nice.
Boom! Okay. And then I will take. This one. And I get to move my fleety fleet. Ooh. Ooh.
Get them points. I am going to scout.
Ooh.
Which means I just take a card from the top of the deck and you get to place it anywhere. The reason why you might want to do this is if you think your hand is pretty good as it is, you don't want to do anything to disrupt it. and then I get to gain the bonus. So I will place it in Mars and gain a 7th helium. So that end game trigger has been met. I should be clear in this that if Laura also gains 7 helium, that does not trigger the end of the game. We have to have the three separate ones all have to be met, or 2 by a single character. And we are characters, let's put it that way. Alright, it's your turn. Indeed. Indeed.
Oh my gosh.
8 cards in hand to deal with, but you are going to have to eat one, so that's not so bad.
I will.
You're going to keep those?
Yeah. It's trying to like just trigger them all in like it's like a long pop.
Yes.
Wow. Hold the pencil. Wait. Sorry, wait.
I think you're already awake.
Okay, lick. Okay. She has literally lied on my foot, but my foot is currently on its side. So I've just got a dog just sideways foot. That cannot be comfortable for you. It's like if I was going to lie on like your arm and just lie like, this cannot be comfortable. Certainly not for my foot. Excuse me. Sorry. Here you go. Is that better? Feel my foot again. Anyway.
Oh, there is a bonus 10 points if you have the Sovereign token at the end of the game as well. So
Ooh.
it's worth remembering.
Oh, I have to banish a card if I play my Sovereign.
If you get the Sovereign token, yes. How is everyone out in the world doing? Has anyone been playing any fun games that they'd like to let us know about? Any games that you'd like to see us play? Because I might do that. I might put my BGG list on Insta and be like, hey, any games you want to see us play?
Yeah. Just tell us.
Yeah, that's nice.
There's also like to find new games that we like.
I'm finding these days, because I know Gen Con's happening next week, big convention in North America, where there's going to be a whole bunch of new games being released. I'm actually more excited discovering some older games. Like, last week I played Hallertau, which is an Uwe Rosenberg game, and I really, really enjoyed it. I don't usually like Uwe games, because they're a little bit mean, I think. Like, I've had problems with the Agricola and Caverna, where it's like feeding your people is a nightmare. But I really enjoyed Hallertau. I was just like, ooh, that's going to come out like 2016? They don't have to be new and shiny.
No, they don't. No, they really don't.
The new hotness.
Okay. Vlogger, if you're further on the fleet track than the player to your right,
Hi.
Give them the Vlogger. Gain the top 2 cards of the deck, then end your turn.
Alright. So I now have an extra card in my hand.
I'm getting a lot of end your turns, unfortunately. But
you have just gained 2 cards, which is
too many.
Useful. The Vlogger, on the other hand, is not useful. So I'm going to... I'm going to deploy the Vlogger. put this in the wrong spot for what I want. Shoot. Okay, sure. I will deploy the warrior. It's not going to give me. Not going to give me any bonus. So I'll put him out on Mars, and then I will take the.
What is it? If you have more than 7 cards, you get a minus.
You lose 10 points from your card over 7.
Jeez.
I'm going to gain the priestess, and let me put one into the institute. So I'm now tied with our dummy player. It is your turn.
God, with 7 cards. Jesus.
Yeah, it's.
Boy.
You don't want to be sacked with 100 cards at the end of the game. How many have you got now? 4 over here. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But you are discarding one at the end of the turn.
So are 8. So.
Hello, Tails. What are you doing? I'm getting comfy. Yeah. Just a sweet little flu.
It's like, how do I banish any of mine? In which case I'm going to end up losing that. Okay, this guy here, the banker, is silver hair. You may pay 3 helium to gain any card from this location. If you do banish banker, I only have 1 helium.
Fair.
So I don't have that. However, I'm going to take the nanny. And then, because I have the sovereignty token, whoop,
Sovereign token, not
sovereignty token. Sorry.
I tell you what, though.
There you go.
Speaking of sovereignty, you are our
Segue.
partner platformer. We're going to be doing a thing with sovereignty in the not too distant future. But if you want to go to sovereignty and get yourself a free platinum 60-day platinum trial for free, you can go on there and you can use the code EATCRIT to get yourself that little bonus. This month they have got Mouse Cheese Cat Cucumber, the Nightcade and Lockup going, and Planet Unknown because of the Game Found campaign that's going to Planet Unknown's expansion. So you can go on there and you can play the games on Sovereignty. And we're doing the thing with Sovereignty on Wednesday.
I can't remember what you are. Goodbye.
I will need to speak to them to get my code changed.
Yes.
That one we shall change.
Oh, it's a lot of upkeep changing your brand name.
I know, right?
Why would anyone do that?
Yeah. No. Alrighty then. So, what do I want to do with my life? I think I'm just going to do a scout. I'm just going to take a card and we're going to press to get a thing. I don't really need a helium. Could go into the institute. But securing my place in the institute is not a bad idea because 4 points per cube is pretty useful.
So I always forget that the cubes and the heliums are worth points.
I mean, 7 times 4 is 28 anyway, so it's the same. If I can get 7 in the institute, it's going to be the same as going up on the fleet track. Just the heliums are actually worth less points, which is a little bit sad. So I should probably try and get some more. Anyway.
Hola. I'm going to play the nanny right on top of the banker. If I deploy directly on top of the silver, white, or copper, I can move that card to the top of the location and gain 1 helium. I'm going to move you I'm going to put you there. Okay, so moved into Mars. And then I'll take this lovely garden trained rose. Whatever that is.
And you get institute for points.
Garden doesn't look like it. No.
The art on these cards is pretty great.
I mean, it is the fact that every card is completely different, and there's an entire stack of them.
I
Can't see it, but
never read the books.
I think it is.
Yeah, I've never read the books, so I have no idea how accurate these are to any of the characters. I'm assuming pretty accurate.
I don't know. I don't know if I mean the ones that have names, so like Cassius, Sephi.
Yeah, they must be named.
Well, you got things like nanny, developer, blog, banker. Can't imagine that they would be.
They're not key characters.
They're not key characters, but anything with a name, you would assume, maybe.
Okay, I'm going to do the scout action. I'm going to just place the white arbitrator that is the martyr there, and I'm going to take the sovereign token back. When I do, I get to take another card and deploy it. Or place it, sorry, rather than deploy. This is unfortunate, because this is a really good card for you.
Me?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, because it is Darrow, who is 10 points on his own, and his ability is 30 points if you have 7 or more cards, including himself.
Ooh, that will negate some good points for me.
So I'm going to put him on the helium spot, because that is less of an issue for me if he goes there. That's unfortunate.
Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So really...
You're on 8 because you're discarding a card.
Yeah, so 8. So it's only 1 over, so I can net 20 points with him. Well, doesn't that look interesting? In which case, then yes, I'm going to short round. So I'm going to play the Hollow Host, which is if you have more influence on the Institute than the player to your right. Give them the Hollow Host. Gain the top 2 cards of the deck and then end your turn. I do not do any of that, however. I'm just going to take Dara.
Take Dara away.
She says, hold on.
Yeah.
No, hold on.
Do any of your cards not want Darrow?
Hold on. Hold on.
Hold fire, friends. Hold fire.
I'll just take him there.
I'm just going to be taking Darrow. Thank you very much.
So the most I can have is I'll either...
It becomes useless if you have 10 cards.
Yes. Which, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Whilst you're contemplating your life choices,
8, 9. Okay, I'm alright. 8.
I am going to be playing the priestess out to Luna, who, if I have the sovereign token, yay.
Did I get it?
I gave you one.
I had 2 already. I need 1 more.
There you go.
Thank you.
So I get to, if I have the sovereign token, I get to advance once on the fleet's track, which is nice, and I'm going to take the Hollow Host, which will get me another bump on the fleet's track. Well, that's me done.
Sweet.
Now, interesting to point out that with any card that says player to your right, in a 2-player game, just think of my opponents, because if I keep going right enough, eventually I'll bump into Laura.
You'll find someone. No, yeah, true. You do live
on a sphere.
Sphere.
Well, oblate spheroid. For being pedantic and technical. Bobble.
If you're being technical. Okay. Okay, yeah. I'm going to keep the hang around. I don't have a reason to get there. Right, I'm going to put the stockbroker. I may lose one influence from the Institute if I do a gain 2 helium. Yes.
That's a very good trade at this point in the game. It's a very good trade for you.
And then... Oh, you have the second.
I do. I do. Yeah. No risk of us getting the DMCA strike.
We're fans, we're not selling anything. Do you want it? Maybe I don't. Maybe I just want to go on and just see what absolute chaos ensues.
As we know, chaos and bloodshed are not the solution.
Solution! Ooh. Whee! Ah, rocket! Yay!
Right, another fleet track.
Nice. Excuse me, priestess.
Alright, I'm going to be playing the Hollow Host down onto Luna. The Hollow Host, if I have more influence than the player at the Institute, and the player to my right, they give them the Hollow Host.
What? Oh, thanks.
And then I gain the top 2 cards, which brings me to 7.
Awesome. I have too many now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's the maximum I want, isn't it? But I have 9.
You will have 9 minutes. It is now your turn. Okay. You can do this. I can do this. The power of me compelled me.
I'm sure. I'll play Antonia, and I'll choose an opponent. They banish one of their cards.
Okay, that's fine.
And then banish Antonia. Bye, Antonia.
Bye, Felicia.
Bye, Felicia. And then...
Actually made my life a lot easier. You can't play...
No, I
from the
can't play
Institute, you can't pick up anything other than...
Sure, I'm just going to take stock worker back and I'll just boost myself on that track. Boosh!
Alright, I'm going to do a scout action, and I'm going to... Go up a few sequences first. So you may banish. Gain a banished card. There you go, that's a card that lets you gain a banished card. I will put them onto Jupiter, and I will just chase you up the fleet track.
Whee!
It seems smart to keep up with you there. So I'm winning at the Institute, and I have all this lovely helium crystals. Because that's how helium is transported, kids. It's a gas. It's a very, very much sweet gas. It may be in a balloon. That's what I'm going to pretend these are now. These are not crystals, they are balloons. There we go.
Oh, let's banish one from my hand and then gain one back. I want to get rid of...
You get rid of more cards, and then at the end of the game, you gain more cards.
Yeah, that's not what I want. No.
I'm going to let you yeet cards.
Yeah, I'd just like to yeet something. Well, at this point, I don't really want to gain anything. Unless...
Just a smidgen.
Just a tad. At this point in time, I'll probably just scout. And just see if I can get anything helpful. Oh, shouldn't be showing me.
No, you're about to place it, so it's okay.
An Eevee. Banish Eevee and all cards at this location for each gold banished. Place 1 influence token on these 2. Ooh.
Plus 15 points with Darrow.
Ooh. No. So they're worth 4 points. That's worth 5 points.
My cubes are currently worth 4 points each because I'm winning.
Yeah, because you're.
Because I'm winning there. So
Christ almighty. Yeah.
But that's the thing. You've got a lot of card points. I'm gone for game points on the board. Not necessarily.
It's going to take me at least 3 goes just to get to match the gold. So in all honesty, it's probably not even worth.
Nah. You can get a couple of points.
Once one of us hits 7 on this.
Well, more specifically, because you don't have 7 helium yet, do you?
No, but you do.
I do, but that's the thing. If 2 of the goals were met by any one player, so if you got 7 helium and then did one of those.
So if you get 7 on the fleet track, that's it.
If I get 7 in either of these, then that will trigger the end game.
Yeah.
You need to get 7 in 2 of the 3 there to trigger it.
Thinking kind of. I'm going to put it on.
That's fair. I will also scout. A politician, a copper bureaucrat. Interesting. Potentially interesting. I'm going to place them there at the Jupiter and just move and chase you.
Okay.
The likelihood is we've got 2 turns, or at least I've got 2 turns. Actually, we both have 2 turns. How many more points to get to progress up there? I've got 6 points to go up, one more space. That's pretty useful. I haven't seen any grey cards. It's interesting.
No. Scout again. So, if I got 7, then you get 7.
If I get 7 in the fleet track, then that triggers the end of the game.
Even if I have 7.
Yes.
Okay.
Because you would need to have 7 in one of the other 2 in order to be the one that triggers the end game.
Curses. What's going to get me points?
You're going to want to jump on the fleet track as much as you can, yeah.
It's up 7 points. Sure. Whee!
Okay. I'm also scouting. I'm also going to do that. So that does trigger the end of the game. So you get a final turn, and then I will have a final turn, and then we will score.
Banish you. Bye-bye.
Oh, bye-bye.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're alright. We're alright.
What was your last turn, sir?
Oh, of course. No, it's not. It's my last turn, isn't it? It's not. I thought.
We haven't finished yet. No, you've got a final turn. You've got one more turn, and then I've got a turn.
Ready for you.
Thanks.
Well,
I'll finish off what we've got here.
Huh?
I'll finish off this one before we go on to a new one. Done.
I'm just going to scout.
Drop.
Whee! It's Yondu!
It's Yondu, but mod job.
But with a metal face.
It's Yondu crossed with Doctor Doom. 6 more points we got. Fleet track. And my final turn, I am also going to do that.
Of course.
Alright, that is the end of the game, so we will score for various things. So first of all, we go through, we will trigger some end game effects. So
I get to banish.
you
Bye-bye.
You have to banish cards. So, I have just the 6 cards in hand in play at the moment. I'm going to zoom out a little bit.
You can put them up here.
That just gives it
Oh, there you go.
I zoomed out for the game, or zoomed in a little bit for the game. So this is what I have at the moment, my 6 cards. We'll do the same on your side in a second. Now I do have an end game effect, which is this Grabhood Cobbler. Because they are orange, I can treat this card as having the same name as any specific character. I'm going to treat them as if they are called Sephi, who is here. But I'm going to treat them as Sephi because that helps with Ragnar's scoring. Do you have any end game scoring bits and bobs?
I do not believe so. No.
No?
I do not know.
Alright.
Not that I don't know. I do not.
Do you want to lay out your cards and let's see what we got?
Oh, I thought we were going to count yours up first.
No, we can count mine up. So let's go through the various scoring things we have. So first of all, it is cards with their victory points and their abilities.
Oh, actually, okay, let's do this at the same time. Because we're going to count it. Go at the same time, aren't we?
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Count 1, 2, oh, hold on. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
That's going to be something. So, my basic point. Excuse me, I've got. So, I'm just going to score each card individually. So, here we go. Theodora, her ability, she scores 16 for her core. And then she gains a bonus 14 points if she is with a red or a gold, but not both. I have 1 gold, so she is worth 30 points. The CEO is worth 12 points. That's okay.
Okay.
I mean, you can do if you want to. CEO is worth 12. The CEO has 12 points and will score 18 if I have at least 5 healing. I have that, so that is
30.
That's another 30.
30.
Then my Grabhood Cobbler scores 16 as its core, and then gains another 14 if with a gold or a grey. I have gold, so that's another 30.
God.
Ragnar, we'll get to you in a second. Ragnar is worth 20 points as the core, and is 10 points if with an orange, which he is, and with 10 points if he's with Sephi, which this Grabhood Cobbler is considered to be. So that is 40 points for him. The 4D Painter, I never revealed him, so he's been in my hand at the beginning of the game, is worth 9 points, but is worth 31 points for each of my cards is a different colour. And all my cards are different colours, that's nice. So I gain another 40 points. And then Lorne is worth 20 points, and he's worth 15 points if he is with no other gold. So that's another 15 points for Lorne. So that puts him at 35, please.
Equals 205.
205 for me. Let's go through your cards.
Okay, so I have 10 for the stockbroker, but then I get 5 points for each helium, maximum 25 points, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so I get an extra 25 points, so that is 35 points.
Very nice.
Garden Train Rose, she is 16 points, but she gets 14 if she is with a silver, so that is 30 points.
Very nice.
Alfram is 10 points by himself, 10 points if with Nero, and 10 points if with Joffo. Unfortunately, we only have Joffo.
We have no Nero.
That is 20 points for him, and same with Joffo, so that's 20 points for them.
Nice. The judge?
The judge is 10 points, but then I get 3 points for each of my cards, which is 1, 2, well, it's 9, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that
27.
is 27 points. So that's 37
that's
points.
nice. Whoa, hang on. Whoa.
What are you doing?
Plus
Good
27.
God. Then the lawyer, I get 13 points as a base, and I would have got 12 if I was with a white but not the judge, but because she is with the judge, she gets 22 points, so that's 35.
Nice.
And then the conversationalist is a 15 as a base, but if she is with a white, she gets an extra 15, so that is 30.
30, nice.
And then you get Tactus, who is 20 by himself, but then also 20 if with Octavia, Darrow, or a pink. He is with
Darrow and pink.
Yep, so that is 40 points for him. Stop with 1,000, jeez. And then Darrow, the boy that came to save the day,
worth 40 points.
is worth 10 points as a base, but 30 if I have 7 or more cards, including Darrow.
So that is 277 points for
Ooh.
you.
Yeah, but then...
Then we are going to score for everything else. So we're going to score the fleet track. We are tied on that. I'm going to move these cards out of the way so you can see what's going on. So the fleet track, we are both getting 34 points. That's the first time we have tied on that track. Then we are going to score victory points for healing. We have not really paid helium much attention in previous games, so you gain yourself 15 points. I gain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is 24 points. No, 21 points.
I forgot how much they were. Yeah, 3 points each, yeah, 21 points. And then
I get the sovereign token, the 10-point bonus, which is nice. And then I will gain 4 points for each cube I have at the Institute, which is 4, so I gain another 16 points there. And then we lose 10 points for every card we have over 10, so you lose 20 points.
Oh boy.
So, Laura's total...
This could be actually quite damaging. Oh, this is going to be so close!
You have 306. I have 205, plus 34, plus 21, plus 26. 286.
Oh boy!
20 points. That's right. Darrow saved you.
Darrow saved. If Darrow hadn't come along, I would have been.
Oh, you would have lost.
Really
that 40 points that you got from Darrow saved your butt. Otherwise, it would have been a tie. And then I think I would have won the tie because I had the most influence of the.
Oh, thank you, Darrow. Thank you.
Stroke. Well done. Well played.
Well done.
Yay.
Good job. Now we can colour in another one of our meeples.
Colour in one of our meeples.
Yes.
So there we go.
Yes.
So that is Red Rising. I think it's gone a little later than we anticipated.
See, I told you not to promise the people what I couldn't deliver.
That's true. Normally we do get 2 games. I think streaming does slow us down.
Streaming adds to it because we're explaining what we're doing, we're telling everyone the cards, because unfortunately our kit isn't good enough that you can see everything. But also, it's a bit of a way away. And then, yeah, we like to talk through it, and then analysis paralysis sets in with me, so I apologise you're sitting just watching an empty screen of me just sat there with my thinking face on.
The thanking face.
The thanking face. But,
Beyond this as well played. Well played, Laura. Well
thanks,
done.
Thanks, guys. It's nice to do well at the games that I've picked on my
Oh yeah, she doesn't usually
10 by 10. Which, you know, to be fair, I actually am a challenge for you now.
You are, yes.
He doesn't just storm every game like he did a couple of years ago. Like it's a fair game now. It is fair game.
Yes.
And I would say I don't win. That's certainly still not 50-50.
No.
But I probably say like
you compete, and that's always a good thing. It's nice to compete.
I'm here to win.
Yarp.
But if I don't win, then
she doesn't go off the bat too much.
I only pout if I feel like I misunderstood the game, and even then I'm sad at myself because I could have done so much better. But it's okay.
It is okay.
It's all a learning curve.
It is. So we will leave you at that. We are going to go raid. We're going to raid into Loserpalooza.
Do you want to tell them where we'll be on Wednesday?
No, because it's being recorded. That's not going to be released on time. On Wednesday, we are going to be filming something that will come out on YouTube later. We will let you know some more details about that when it happens. I don't know. I don't know how
we're doing a thing on Wednesday. Keep an eye on socials and we'll let you know what it is.
We will. We'll let you know. Until then, thank you very much everyone for being here. Take care of yourselves. We're going to go raid into Loserpalooza. We'll let you know. We'll let you know.
They're playing Isle of Cats again because
they
love that game.
They are playing The Search for Lost Species, the sequel to The Search for Planet X. So, take care of yourselves, everybody. We'll see you very soon, and bye-bye.